left the clause with the fact that killing a guy is unfair. Your permission to kill him is your father is the life behind that, but is he wouldn't kill you rather. Whereas if it's your son, the high likelihood is he'll kill you rather than wanting to get caught. So that is the Gemara's way of saying you have to analyze the situation. Okay, now we're going to go into the psukim involved here. Okay, and discuss how we have this right to kill the guy at all. All right, now, okay, we're on 72B1 if you're doing art scroll. If you're just learning, it's Ayin Beis Amid Beis. The last word of the first line. Okay? Amar Rav. Rav explains, Kol da'asi alai memachtarta katilna le. Anyone who tries to break into my house, I will kill, with the single exception, Lavar Marav Chanina Bar Shila. With the single exception, nobody in the whole world except for him. My time of why? Elam Mishum the Tzaddik, who, if you tell me it's because he's a Tzaddik, Haka Asi, B'Machtarta. He can't be a Tzaddik, he's breaking into my house. Okay, Ella Mishum de Kimle Bigavai who the Gave Timarachem alai. He loves me as much Karachem Avalabon Ben. He loves me as much as a father loves his son. So I know that he wouldn't kill me under any circumstances. It's just that he needs the money. Okay, Tana Rabbanan, a Bryce, and now remember we had these strange lashonos. So Domim Loy, he owns his own blood, which means you cannot kill him. Okay, but the interesting thing is the word Domim is in the plural. We're going to do a limud. Bein b'chol, bein b'Shabbos. Doesn't matter whether it's a weekday or it's Shabbos. Ein lo Domim. If he does not own his own blood, meaning you can kill him, okay, bein b'chol, bein b'Shabbos, doesn't matter weekday or Shabbos, the plural. Okay, b'shloma ein ladamim, bein b'chol, bein b'Shabbos, itzrich, I would have to say, you're not allowed to kill him on Shabbos. You are allowed to kill him on Shabbos, just as you would on a weekday. So what? Salkadaitechamina, I might have said, Mide dahavi ahurge bezdin, since a person condemned to death by a bezdin cannot be killed on Shabbos, I might have guessed the Shabbos lo katalinon, that a homeowner couldn't kill a burglar on Shabbos, since the pattern is bezdin killing a convicted criminal. Kamash Malanda to Katlinan, the halacha is you're allowed to kill the guy even if you have to be Mechal Shabbos to do so, because the pasuk says Chai Bahem, and you're at risk of being killed, so you can be Mechal Shabbos. Yeah. All right. Okay. Ella, Domim Lo, Ben Bechol, Ben B'Shabbos. What do I have to say? That I'm not allowed to kill him on weekday or on Shabbos if it's obvious that he wouldn't harm me. Since you can't kill him on Tuesday, the Shabbos me boy. Why do I have to tell you about Shabbos? So the answer to that is Amar Rav Sheshes. Rav Sheshes explains Lo nitzcha ella lepakeach alav es hagal. The guy is trying to tunnel under your wall and the bricks and the stones collapse on him. So now the bad guy is injured under a pile of stones, but he was a bad guy. You're allowed to be Mechalel Shabbos to help him out, even though he's a bad guy trying to break into your house. And that's why the plural of damim. Tana Rabbanan. Now we're going to go through a pasuk, and we're going to see extra words, and we're going to do limudim. V'huka, if you hit someone lethally, okay, huka means you hit someone lethally. Okay, so we learn from that, b'chol adam, that even a passerby can intervene if she sees someone breaking into your house and kill the bad guy. Umesh. And then the pasuk has this extra word. Since the victim was hit lethally, obviously he died. But the pasuk has the extra word umesh. Mikol misa sha'ata yachol isai means you can use any methodology you like to kill him. You don't have to look up how a Bezdin would have killed him and cut his head off with his sword or throw a boulder at him. Okay, you can use any death you want. So bishlem v'huka b'chol adam itzrich. I need the lashon, a lethal blow, because that it teaches us that anybody can intervene and kill the burglar. Why? Because Salkadaitechamina, I might have thought, Balabayas who de Kimlahu v'ein adam ma'amid atzmo alma. I might have thought that the homeowner, who's the one who's threatened with a loss, can rise up and defend himself, but a passerby has no right to intervene and kill the bad guy. So, Aval, Acher loy, a stranger not, Komash Malan, the Deredefu, that the tunneler gains the halachic legal term of a rodef, of a person coming to kill, and anybody can kill him. Ella umeis v'chol misa she'ata yachol hamisai. But the extra word umeis that we learn, you can kill him any way you want. Lamali, what do I need that for? We can learn it from, if we define this guy as a ritzeach, then we don't need this umeis. We could learn it from the dinim of a rotzeach. This Sanya, we have a brisa. Most yomos hamaka rotzeach, who you can kill you must absolutely and certainly kill the SOB. He's a murderer. So this is talking about a guy convicted by a bezdin, and there is an assigned misa for each crime. But what if circumstances are such that you can't kill him? For example, he has to get stone sayif, say, but he's running away and he's too far to cut his head off. So you're allowed to take out a gun or a spear and shoot him. All right. Or let's say that there isn't, there's no gallows and there's no high place around. You can substitute any method of killing. The Bezdin can substitute any method of killing, even not one of the four, if there is an impossibility to apply the requisite form. Okay. And that's what most yomus is all about. Menayan she'im iyata yachal lahamid misas kasuvaba. How do you know? You have to kill him any way you can, even if you can't use the appropriate way. Ata rashai lahamiso kol misa she'ata yachal lahamiso. You can kill him any way that you can get the job done. Okay? Talmud Lomer, how do I know that? Most yomus, he must certainly be put to death. Mikol mokum, by any possible manner. No questions. If I'm wrong about something, you can correct me. Otherwise, no questions. Shani Hassam, that case is different because there the court is involved and the Omer Krada Pasuk says most yomos. You must absolutely kill the guy. In the case of a in the case of anybody who was convicted of a death penalty. Okay. The nigmar mine. So let's learn from the case of a convicted murderer. Let's learn that this potential murderer we define the tunneler as a murderer, gets killed. Mishum dahavi rotzeach v'goel hadam shnei ksuvim boim biechad. It happens to be a fact that there are two situations in which the Torah said you're allowed to kill someone. One is if you see him trying to kill someone else or do other crimes, we'll get to in a minute in the Gemara. And the other is if you're a blood relative of someone who was killed in manslaughter before, and you get to the guy before he gets to the cities of refuge, you're allowed to kill him. So now we have two psukim that cover the same topic. There's a general rule. If one pasuk, you can expand. But if the Torah goes out of its way to say the same thing twice in two psukim, that's a limiter. You cannot expand it, okay? V'chol shnei ksuvim haboim ki echad, when two sentences come to give the same halacha, ein melamdin, you can't learn from them, and those you can't expand them. Okay, next, right now it's going back to the rules of the tunneler. Tana Rabbanan Machteres, the tunneler. Now, I explained yesterday that means he's breaking through a wall, doesn't necessarily mean he's digging underground. Ainli Ella Machteres. How do I know that it means more than just tunneler? What if the guy's breaking through a window? What if the guy sees the back door is open and goes around the house through the yard and goes in the back door, right? We're going to have cases. Gago, he climbs up on the roof. Chatzeru, he goes around to the back door, according to Rashi. Carpefo, he goes through the wall of your adjoining large farming area. Carpef. Minayan, how do I know we can still kill him? Talmud Lomer, Yemotze Haganaf, he is, the thief is spotted. He's seen. Okay, Mikol Mokom, that means that in any way he's discovered, he's considered a tunneler because he's coming in appropriately. And we'll learn in a few minutes that he doesn't even need hasra because his behavior is his hasra. If he thought he could enter your house legitimately, he'd knock on the front door or ring the bell. The fact that he's sneaking in, that he knows he's at risk. Okay, Ma Talmud Lomer Machteres. So why does it say Machteres? We'll give a few reasons now. Mipnei harov genovim mitzuvin b'Machteres. Most people break through a wall or, break, in our world, would break a window or open the sliding door to get into the building. So it's just using the typical term. Tanya Idach, another explanation of tunneling. Machteres, ainli ela machteres. Maybe it means literally breaking through a wall. Gago chatzeru karpefa menayan. How do I know any illegitimate entry method? Talmud Lomer Yemotze Haganaf, we spot the crook. Okay, Mikol Makom, anytime you can spot the crook and he's in the parsha of putting you at risk, you can kill him. Imkain, Ma Talmud Lomer Machteres, so why did it say tunneling? Machtarto zi hasrasai. The fact that he's doing a procedure that is illegitimate becomes his hasra, and therefore he's roy to misa. Amar Rav Huna katan haroidev. What about a little kid? Now we said that the guy is a retzeach. He's an adult. If he was caught, he would be put to death by Bezdin. You can jump the gun and kill him. That was not meant as a pun. Okay, but what if he's just a kid? Nitain lachatzil v'nafsho. You may even kill a kid in order to save yourself or someone else. Okay, kasavar roidef ein tzorech lahasra. Now, Rav Huna explained that it's self hasra, that you do not have to give hasra, and lo shana gadol v'lo shana katan, and it makes no difference. You don't have to check the guy's driver's license to see how old he is. You just kill him, okay? Esvei Rav Chisda Rav Huna. Rav Chisda challenges Rav Huna based on a Mishnah. Okay, now what we're talking about now is during a difficult pregnancy, the baby is considered a rotzeach. In other words, the baby is putting the mother at risk. So if doctor has to make a choice, save the mother or save the baby, the halach is clear, you save the mother. However, as soon as the baby crowns, as soon as his head leaves the vaginal tract in a regular birth, that the doctor cannot intervene anymore. It's considered in God's hands, and he cannot dispose of the baby to save the mother if the baby crowns. Okay, so now going back, Yatsa the baby's head comes out, and the attendants can't touch it, meaning you can't intervene and deal with the baby to save the mother. Why? Now they're both two living entities, and you don't have the right to choose which person you kill. Before the baby comes out, it's considered part of the mother. And just like you'd amputate a leg to save a life, you kill the baby to save a life. But once the baby is breathing, his head is out, it's considered an individual, and you can't choose one or the other. So why not? The baby is a rodef. And we just said it doesn't have to be an adult. Rodef who? The baby's a rodef. Shani Hossam, it's a different story. The Mishmaya Kodarfela, because God is involved and God will decide whether the baby or the mother or neither or both survive. Okay? Now, name a Messiah. So let's say that the following brisa backs up Rav Huna. Roidev shahaya roidev achel chaveru lechargai. Reuven was chasing Shimon in order to kill him. Oymar lo, and a passerby should say to him, Re'eh Yisrael hu ben brisu, the guy you're about to kill is Jewish and he had a bris. V'hatayra amar shayfech dam, ha'adam be'adam damu shif yifshach, that if the guy is trying to kill another guy, you kill the guy who's the killer, okay? And you explain the pasuk to him. Amra Torah hatzel damo shel zeh b'damo shel zeh. The Torah says I should take your blood rather than let you take his blood. Okay, so I'm about to kill you. So that's not yet a hasra, because the guy has to say, I understand, and I'm killing him anyway. And he hasn't done that. So so maybe this brisa says that even hasra wouldn't work, because presumably the killer isn't going to stop and have a chat with you. So even the hasra doesn't work, and therefore Rav Huna is right that since the hasra can't happen practically, you don't have to do it. Okay, so Hahi Rabbi Yosef Rabbi Yehuda. That's the ruling of Rabbi Yosef Rabbi Yehuda. The Sanya, he says, Rabbi Yosef Rabbi Yehuda Omer, Chaver ein sorech lahasra'a lefi ein nitna hasra ela lahav chin ben shoygeg umezi. Someone who knows the rules doesn't need hasra, because the only legal rationale for the hasra is somebody who kills inadvertently, that's manslaughter, and somebody who kills intentionally, that's murder. So the hasra, or someone who steals, so the hasra is simply for the Bezdin's benefit to know whether he's a mazid or a shogeg. But here, if he's chasing him and killing him, you don't need hasra. Okay, so that brisa that brisa actually might support the alternate opinion. Since it could be that he's a shogeg, you don't have the right to kill him. So Tashma, let's try and resolve these two issues. Someone's chasing another guy to kill him. Omer lo, you should say to him, Re'esh Yisrael hu ben Brisu, the guy's Jewish and he's a kosher yid. Shoifech dam ba'adam ba'adam damu yishofech. And the pasuk tells us if somebody's trying to kill somebody, you kill him first. Im omer yedeya ani shehu kain. If he says, yeah, I know, and I'm going to kill him anyway, kayiv al menas kain ani oisa, and anyway I'm going to kill him, then you can kill him. So that Brisa says you have to stop, engage in a conversation with the bad guy before you can kill him. So the Gemara says, Lo tzricha. No. What are we? That's a special case. That Brisa is a unique Brisa. Because what happens is he's on the other side of a river chasing Reuben. And you're on this side of the river and you're not a sharpshooter and you don't have a sniper rifle. So the only thing you can do to try and help Reuven is give verbal hasra to the bad guy. Maybe he'll respond and Reuven can get away. But under normal circumstances, okay, so koi basre da avre hanara, the guys on the other, the villain and victim are on the other side of the river. You're on this side of the river. There's nothing you can do to help him except shell. So that brisa doesn't apply under normal circumstances. My Ika, what else could you do? All you can do is take him to court after he kills him. Or if he gets away, then there's no harm, no foul. So your hasra becomes part of the legal procedure so that Bezdin can kill him. Okay? Beidina boy hasra, because to get a conviction, you have to have given hasra. So to sum it up, to intervene, you do not need hasra. But if you think the circumstances are he'll complete the murder and you want to testify against him, and there are two of you, and you're Jewish, remember to give hasra. Okay. V-boy saying another possibility. Omar loch Reb Huna would answer over here. Ana da amre katana de machteres. I am learning my ruling that you don't need to give hasra from the idea we already learned that we're talking about a tunneler. The Amar Machtarto Zuhi Hasraso, the very fact that he's tunneling in is an indication that he knows he's not supposed to be there and he wants to get in anyway. And that is effectively its own Hasra. Okay, any questions on that segment? Moving along. Elohim, okay, now what we're going to talk about is just because someone is about to commit a crime, you do not have the right to kill him. There are lists of crimes where you can intervene and kill him, and there are crimes where you can't intervene and kill him, and that's what we're going to discuss now. Elohein hamatzilin oiso benafshan. These are cases where we intervene and actually save the bad guy from committing a sin by killing him. Okay? So what are those cases? Someone about to commit a murder, or someone a male about to rape a man, okay? Naira amurasa, or a man about to rape a woman in the circumstance and only the circumstance where she's a 12-year-old virgin who is betrothed. Okay? Those are the cases you can kill him rather than let him proceed. Aval, haroy devacher behema, if a man is chasing a sheep in order to have sex with it, or hamachalal es a Shabbos, or a guy standing in front of the shul with his flicking his cigarette lighter to light his cigarette on Shabbos, and you could prevent him from lighting the cigarette or other machal Shabbos, because that one's not a misa case. Bad example. Of either avodas chachavim or somebody walking into a Buddhist temple to pray. Okay, Ein matzil enoisem b'nafshon. You cannot save him from himself by killing him. Okay, you look like you have a question. Okay. All right. Yeah, but that's Avodah Zarah. That's why I picked Hindu. I didn't say a church. Okay. Tanu Rabbanan, we have a brisa. Minayin l'reidei facher chaveril hargo. How do I know I can kill you if you're trying to kill someone else? Sheniten lahatzilo b'nafsho, because I can prevent you from committing a death penalty crime by killing you. You get to go to heaven still. Okay, Sheniten lahatzilo b'nafsho, you save him by killing him. Talmud Lomer. So how do I know that? None of these rules, especially where death is involved, can be based on logic. They all have to. You have to find the pasuk that gives you the right. Talmud Lomer losa avod aldam reyecha. Do not stand there while somebody's life is at risk. That's what the pasuk says. Okay, v'hol lahachi huda asa. But does it really mean you should kill a killer? It says don't let somebody die. It doesn't say kill a killer, because somebody's going to die when you kill the killer. We need that pasuk for other dinim. Minayin benahar. How do I know if somebody is drowning in the river? Oh, Chaya Gorato, or a lion is attacking him. Oh, Liston, Boeing, a love, or the highway robbers are lying in ambush against him, and they're going to steal the caravan's money. How do I? Shahu Chayav Lahatzilo, you are obligated to intervene. Now, in these cases, nobody's dying. You're dragging the guy out of the river, you're chasing the wild animals away, or you're warning the caravan of the ambush. So there's no lethality involved. Talmud Lomer, lo ta'avod al dam riecha, the pasuk says you must intervene. Literally, don't stand idly by. Einochinami, that's the truth. That pasuk all by itself wouldn't tell you could kill somebody. Ella niten lahatzil b'nafshim in island. So where is a pasuk that gives me the right to use lethal force in my intervention? Asya b'kal v'chomer men na'ara murasa. The first effort is to say it's a kal v'chomer from the 12-year-old virgin who's betrothed. Okay? What's going to happen to the girl? She is going to be physically altered by the rapists raping her. Okay, I think everybody knows what that means. Okay? Amra Torah v'nitein lahatzila b'nafsho, and you can intervene using lethal force on the rapist. A man trying to kill someone, not physically damage them. It's perfectly logical. If I can save a little girl from a rapist, I can save anybody from a murderer. The problem with that is of the 13 different ways of learning from psukim, Kal v'chomer is logic that anybody is allowed to apply. I can make up a Kal v'chomer. The others are mesoiros. You learn them from your Rebbe, who learned them from his Rebbe, all the way back to Moshe. So you can use the other limudim to, say, convict someone. You can learn out this death penalty from that. But a kal v'chomer could be upshlag. So you can't paskin a death penalty based on a kal v'chomer. So the Nara Murasa so far is no good. Okay? So debate, what? You can learn the kal v'chomer, but you can't act on it because you're not allowed to use a kal v'chomer to decide to kill someone. Okay, I thought I made that clear. Sorry, I thank you for the help. Rebbe Tana. So in Rebbe's yeshiva, somebody taught it's not a kal v'chomer, it's a hekesh. And a hekesh is one of the Masorah rules. Yeah. Correct. Then give him Hasra. I said that before. The weakling would be the case of the river. If you physically can't do it, at least give Hasra. All right, weiter. So Hekeshahu, we're using a different way of learning. It's a Hekesh. And the Hekesh you can act on to kill somebody, okay? Because that's Messiah. Ki ka'asher yakum ish al riyehu v'rotz v'sachai nefesh. With regard to the Naira Humurasa, okay, who somebody's trying to rape her, that becomes similar to a murderer. What do we learn from the concept of a murderer? So now we can use the murderer as an archetype to teach about the girl. Nimtza lamed, you can now do a limud of a hekesh. How we do it? Makish rotzeach lenara murasa. We make a hekesh between the murderer and the little girl who's about to be raped. Ma nara humurasa nitain lahat sila benafshay. Since just as you can save the little girl even at the expense of the rapist's life, so too you can save the victim even at the extent of the murderer's life. That's a hekesh. Now, problem is, who says you can kill a rapist of a little girl? Right? That we still don't know yet. Naira Murasa Ngufa Manalan. How do I know I can kill a rapist of an engaged 12-year-old who is still a virgin? Kedesanya Rebbe the Bay Rebbe Yishmael and Rebbe Yishmael Yeshiva, they have a brisa. The Tana the Bay Rebbe Yishmael the Ein Moshiach Lo. The pasuk says in the description of this kind of a crime, the reason it happened was because no one was around to save her. So the inference is, had someone been around to save her, the crime wouldn't have happened. Yesh Moshiach, if there was someone there to save her, v'chol davar sheyachol lahashia, he could do whatever he has to do to save her, up to and including killing the rapist, the potential rapist. We'll see. Once he's a rapist, he can't kill him. Yeah. Because that's the halacha. That's what the pasuk says. That is the halacha. No deal. Let her be raped. First of all, we're talking about a world where a girl at 14 is already married. That's correct. Not stand by. You can beat him up, but you can't kill him. Okay, we will see. The Gemara will explain all that. Okay, that's why I said no questions. Gufa, the actual text. Menaya and Laroa es chaveru shehu toveya bena'ar. What if I see somebody drowning in the water, in the river? Oh, chaya gorarto, oh, listim bo in a love. Or animals are attacking a person, or The highway robbers are lying in wait. Talmud Lomer, the pasuk says, Shuchayev lahatzilo, and you're obligated to save him. How do I know that? Talmud Lomer, so tavod al damri echa, do not stand idly by when someone's life is about to be or is now at risk. Okay? Vaha mehachanafka. And is that where we learn saving the little girl? Mehasam nafsha. Over there, that rule is from a different brisa. Avedas goof, a different pasuk altogether. Avedas gufo menayan. How do I know that you have to save something that was, to rescue something that's lost and return it to its owner? And we're going to give a pasuk, and the implication is, if I have to save your pen that's sitting on the table and return it to you, halachas kama v'kama, I have to save your life and return it to you. That's the limud here. Okay, Talmud Lomer, v'hasheva soloi, give it back to him. So if can't stand by and let your bottle of wine get run over by a car, certainly I can't stay by and let you be run over by said car. Ime hasam, but if that's the pasuk, okay, hava amina hani mili benafshe, that would only apply to the potential person himself. Not his weakling. I know how to swim. I took the Red Course lifeguard course. I can jump in and save you at no real risk to myself. Mitrach Omager Agoire Amalo. But what if I am a weakling or I don't know how to swim? How do I know? I can turn to the guy next to me and say, I'll give you $50 if you jump in and save him. Not only can I, but I must. Okay? So come on. Okay. Who says that I have to go to the effort of getting someone else to save him? Kamash Malan, the pasuk teaches us, do not stand idly by, means intervene in any way you can, even at a monetary expense. Agavorcha, you're allowed to bill the guy later for what you spent. Okay. Okay. Tana Rabbanan. And now we're talking, going back to the idea that there are some crimes where I'm allowed to kill you and other crimes where I have to say, go be an avodah zarah. Okay? One guy is chasing someone else to kill him. Or a male trying to rape another male. Only a male, David. Okay? The Achar Hanairo Marasa, or against an engaged 12 to 12 and a half year old virgin, or Achar Chayevi Misas Bezdin, or a person is about to rape a woman who is on the list of, if he has sex with her willingly or unwillingly, Bezdin would kill him, which is not the case of all rapes or all voluntary acts, okay? Only those, krisos, or cases where the penalty is krisa, if the man has sex with that specific woman, matzila naiso benafsho, since those people are chayav misa anyway, and krisos is considered God's way of killing you, or at least terminating your family line. Okay, so there you're allowed to intervene and kill him to prevent the crime. What about, now let's see some specific examples where you're not allowed to kill the guy. Almana l'kohen gadol. A kohen gadol wants to rape a widow. Or gerusha v'chalutza l'kohen hedyot. Or a regular kohen is about to rape a divorcee or a chalutzanik, a girl who had the shoe booting ceremony. Ein matzilin oisim b'nafsho, you cannot intervene if the only viable intervention is killing the rapist. Why? Okay. Now, what about, now let's take the Narama Urasa. Remember, I said then, you are allowed to kill the guy only if you prevent the rape from happening. Now, what happens? Naira Avera. What if the 12-year-old had already fooled around with somebody? Okay? Ein mitzalin isa benafsho. Now, if you know that she's no longer a virgin, you cannot kill the rapist. Okay? Yesh lo Moshiach. If there is another way, that was rule one. Rule two, if there you can intervene in a less than lethal manner, yesh lo Moshiach, there's a way to save her without going to the extreme of killing. Ein matzilin oisa benafsho. You cannot kill him. And by the way, if you do kill him, and there are Adim, you would be tried and convicted of murder and you'd be put to death. This isn't a judgment call. This is an absolute. Okay? Now, Rabbi Yehuda Omer Af HaOmeres, what if the woman says, Heinicho lo shelo lahargena, don't intervene. Why? The guy's got his hands around her throat with one hand and he's pulling up her skirt with the other. What if she says, let him rape me, because if you didn't try to intervene, he'll kill me. And I'd rather be alive after a rape than be dead. What if she says that? Okay, what does that change the rules? Can you kill him or not? This is a woman who's on the list that you could kill him. Okay, so you're not, according to Reb Yehuda, you're not allowed to kill him. If she says, I'd rather be raped than be killed, now he's not a rodef anymore. He's just a rapist. And you can't intervene and kill him. Okay, Minohani Mili, how do we know that? So now we're going to learn psukim, and we're going to get this whole list of yeses and nos from extra words or limudim in these in this pasuk. Omakra, the pasuk says, "Lanaira lo sa'asedavar." Don't do. This is a girl who is raped, not a willing participant. Do not do anything to her, meaning don't go to court against her. Ein lenara chet moves. The girl hasn't done anything to warrant a death sentence. So the rapist gets put to death, the girl is left sent to the hospital. Okay? But there is some problems with the pasuk. The first thing is the word naira doesn't have a hey. It's a ksiv and a kra. Okay? It's written nar and it's read naira. Second thing is that she didn't do anything, she didn't make a sin, shit moves to be put to death. Those are extra words. If she didn't do anything, obviously she didn't sin and she's not subject to a death penalty. So we have the missing hay and we have a couple extra words, and we're going to learn from all of them. Nar, the fact that it's written without a hay and could be read as young man, zezacher. That's the halacha that you can kill someone trying to rape a man. Okay? Naira, the way it's read, zu naira murasa. That's the engaged 12-year-old who is a virgin. Chet, the word sin, elu chayevi krisos. That includes the list of women for whom the punishment is kares. Okay? Maves, kill, the word death in the pasuk, eli chayvus mises bezdin. That's the women for whom the rapist would be put to death because of a pre-existing relationship. Okay, that's on the list of arayas. Okay, now, kol hani lamali. What do I need this whole limud with all these extra words and all these explanations? Why don't we just make it by using another technique? Tzrichi, we do need all those extra words. Ikas of Rachmana Na'ar, if it only had the one Na'ar and didn't have the other words, Mishum Dalav Urche, I would say you can't rape a man because that's not a normal behavior. And therefore, the man may never emotionally recover ever. And it's almost like taking his life so you can take the bad guy's life. Okay? Aval Naira, the Orcha. But raping a girl, eventually she's going to have sex with a husband, and it's a normal behavior. And the Torah is assuming that the emotional damage is not as horrible as the emotional damage of a man raping a man. Okay, Amalo. So I might say, don't save her by killing the guy. The ikas of Rahman and Naira, if the pasuk did have the hay in it, if hypothetically, Mishum Dekov Pagim Law, that would be because you're doing unchangeable physical damage to a virgin by raping her. Okay, and therefore it's Ke'en killing her. She can't marry a Kohen, it restricts her life, and therefore you could kill him. Avil Nar, but when it comes to a man raping another man, the law called Pagim lay, there is no visible damage. Okay, Amalo. So maybe I would say you can't do it. The ikas of Rachmana, and if the Torah only had the sivkra with the hay, mishum dahai lav urchehu, though that the sodomy is not a natural behavior, v'hak pagim law, and the case of raping a virgin who's a little girl that the damage is permanent to her, then you can kill. Aval shara rayas. But if Rahman al a married woman is raped, there's no physical damage. So maybe you can't kill the guy. The orchayu v'lo nafjish pigmayu. Number one, it's normal sex. It's just someone who said no, or that you're not allowed to be with. And number two, there's no physical damage. Okay, so I might say, Amalo, I might say you can't kill the rapist. So, Kasav Rachmana Chet. That's why the Pasuk has the extra word Chet. And the Ikas of Rachmana Chet, if it only had the extra word Chet, Hava Aminu Filuchai Lavin, I might say that you could kill somebody who's only doing a lav by raping her. Kohen and or just stam a regular rape. If you rape a virgin who's not engaged, you have to pay her father money. If a boy rapes his sister, he gets malchus, but he has to pay his sister money. So those are lavin cases. Kasav Rachmana Moves. So the Torah adds the word death penalty case. Okay, because of Rachman Mavis, it only had Mavis, but not Chet. Hava Amina Chayve Misos Bezdin Ain. If it would be a case where the criminal would be killed by a Bezdin, then I can kill him in advance. Chayve Krisis low. But if it was just a car race case, although car races may be worse than Misa, but if it's, quote, just unquote, a car race case, maybe I can't kill him. So Kasav Rachmana Chet to include the Krisis cases. But Lichtav Rachmana Chet Maves. So let it only say Chet and Maves. Veloboy Nar Naira, and not have this ambiguous word written as Nar but read as Naira. Okay, what would you do now? So and then you could still say that sodomy is possible. You know, you could learn it without that limud. So what do we do with that? Ein hachinami, that's true. We could have learned it without that limud. Ela naira teach us an additional halacha. Chad, Lama'ute Ovid Avodas Kochavim. One word, that one possibility of learning from Nar Naira is that you do not kill someone going to do avodah zarah. V'chad lamute behema v'shavas, and the other way limudim would be not stopping someone from violating Shabbos by killing him, and not stopping a male raping a female sheep or dog or horse. By you wouldn't have to kill him. And okay, so we'll do one more limud and then we'll stop. Reb Shimon ben Yochai, according to him, the Omar Avedas Kachavim Nitain Lahatzila Benafsho, as is unique, you do kill someone to prevent him doing avodah zarah. Lamali. So what would he do with the word nar? He doesn't have that limud to hang on it. Chad ute behema. So he would say nar would exclude a behema, and naira l'chad ute Shabbos would exclude Shabbos, and we'll stop there. And at least we made up part of the deficit. Tomorrow, Kenny is giving the Gemara. If you're going to learn tomorrow, the next page is fairly easy. So come promptly, and he might be able to bring us this time. Have a wonderful Shabbos, a good Chodesh, and Kishenichnas Adar Marbin Besimcha. So I want to see some smiles back there. I know, but the sister is different. The sister, she gets that. She gets this. I know that. He gets, no, he doesn't get killed. He gets Malchus. He gets Malchus and she gets money. It's a pasuk. We'll get to it. If we had gotten to read about. Okay, somebody's phone. I'm sorry. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, I mentioned that the other day when we were talking about a 7-month baby. 7-month baby. Well, you know where I start.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Oh, well, that's the other issue.
Well, the other issue and some other. Yeah. Oh. What? Those SCOTUS, they did it in 35 minutes? Come on. Oh, 45 minutes? They must. Number one. Number two, we'll have our meeting with the doctor for next time. So he was very, he was very optimistic. Okay, which is helpful. Okay, but it does mean that it's going to have to be what. Question is, I want to find out how long.
So what you have to do for what? Anything you have to do with this?
No, we have to have a procedure done. One. And procedure doesn't need to be done in the hospital, which is good to hear, but it is not something. But we have all these things that we go on. Exactly. Well, we've already, Karen, we are online. Karen's online with a group that is part of the Maccabi health system, of people that use it. And so we've gone ahead and tried to determine the name of the urologist in Israel because I'll have to see a urologist here. And what? I'm leaving a week from Monday. So that, yeah, we're leaving Thursday. Oh, well, it's it's on all day. Good morning. Okay, Zeb, take care. Zeb, I'm gonna get the door. What? I gotta leave too. You just leave me for time. That's okay. You too. Morning, Martin. Hi, hi, hi. Buenos días, ¿cómo está? Bien, gracias a usted.
Hi. I'm sorry, things have been crazy. It's okay. Thank you for pointing out the mold to me. Okay. We're working on it. We got the ducks cleaned. We have other stuff we have to do. Oh. Mm.
Y el palo tú lo traías vos. Ves que dije que está limpiando. Allá se lo que aprender.